Back in 2022 of August on this channel, I made a video talking about the fact that I would be doing full-time food delivery services. And that's because of job loss. The company that I used to work for, they closed my department and I volunteered to leave with a package deal. So I had some money on the side while doing gig work full-time. And even though I had money on the side, and it was quite a lot of money, I'm going to encourage you not to do full-time deliveries in 2023. And the reason why is learn from my mistakes, but if you want to go ahead and try it, go for it. Because I will say this, there could be some areas where it's fantastic and you make a whole lot of money. But if you're suffering like I am and you need to speak out about it, let's speak out about it and let's do it through a video. One of the reasons why I am stopping full-time gig work is because of order volume. The order volume is low. Let me give you an example. It's supper time rush hour starting at 5:30, and you're waiting about 7 or 8 minutes in between each order that comes in. 7 or 8 minutes. That's a long time. I can remember back when I used to get 30 seconds to a minute before another order would come in. And this is multi-apping, people. It doesn't matter if it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever it is. I am multi-apping and they're not coming through. So let's go into the second thing, the order offers. These offers are so lowballing. So I get a 7-minute wait time for an order to come through, and then I get a $3 order and I'm gonna decline. Great, that opportunity is gone. Nobody wants a $3 order, but 7 or 8 minutes later, I get another order. Here, let's do $7 for 14 kilometers. That's bullshit. You think I'm gonna accept that? I'm gonna decline. You stack those two together and it means you're not making a lot of money. Now, why is this happening? Let's go to reason number 3 on why I think we should not be doing full-time gig work. It's either due to the fact that, 1, it's the inflation costs. With the inflation costs or the cost of living currently that's happening since the pandemic has happened, the orders aren't coming through and people can't afford them. Or 2, this one I don't highly believe in, but it's possible, is as a gig tuber talking trash about these companies, maybe they shadow ban my ass because they don't like me no more. Do I think that actually happened? No, because my best friend works in the actual restaurant industry and it's slow as hell for her and even she's not getting the tips. So it's not really something that is a shadow ban scenario, but if I want to list something, I just listed it. Another reason why I am stopping full-time gig work and I'm encouraging part-time. You know, when it comes down to it, it's just so unpredictable. You cannot predict your per hour pay. 1 hour, I'll make $10. Another hour, I make $50. Another hour, I make $7. Another hour, I make $26. It's unpredictable. And if you need structure of a pay structure, you're not going to get it through gig work. It is not there. And that's what leads into the next one, is there is no pay structure. There is no guarantee on the pay or the earnings. There is no structured breakdown. If you're in the US, I know that DoorDash is starting this per hour thing, but that has to be while you're actively doing a delivery anyways, which is complete garbage, because the reason why we keep complaining is because there's too much downtime and we're sitting here doing jack you know what. It doesn't make sense anymore. So if I don't have a structured predicted payout and I don't have a per hour salary, it's not going to work out. Now, would I accept something like a minimum wage per hour salary to sit here and do nothing? If I could have the apps on with no orders, it's not a bad idea, but there's a catch-22 on everything, so I'm not even going to agree to that. Another one, car maintenance. I've already been hit on the back of my car from somebody that wasn't looking behind them, but in my opinion, it was my fault anyways because of how I parked. But you got tire change, you got oil change, you got anything that can happen. You can hit a speed bump or a pothole and completely destroy your car. If you're doing this full time, you're going to put out a lot of money on your car and you might not even think about it. And let's go into one more. While we're venting about why full time is not a good option when it comes to gig work, it's the long hours. If I'm not making my quota because of the fact that these 7 or 8 minutes in between orders and then these low-balling orders are not an option that I can accept, then that means I have to put in extra hours to get my job done. Currently, right now, it is Wednesday in the afternoon, lunchtime, and I much rather put the time back into making this video because I know I'm not going to get it from the apps. And I much rather have YouTube pay me at the end of the month in one fair salary or payout or whatever you want to call it versus even trying for an hour or two during lunchtime. I'm going to have to put in longer hours if I want to get a better weekly pay. And I love weekly pays. Don't get me wrong, that is a benefit, but I could get that part-time. But are you wanting to put in 10 to 12 hours a day to make your quota right now? Because depending on your market, that's what you're going to have to do. And that is something I am no longer doing. Is this girl looking for part-time work? Yep. I am looking to go back to an employer. But I will never do it on a full-time basis ever again because what I've learned and how much I love my freedom and everything else. But when I do 20 to 25 hours a week at an employer, I know for a fact I get a pay per hour at a decent rate because I'm talking to the company about it. Yes, I'll go for that any day of the week currently right now. So it's also an announcement that I'm switching from full-time gig work back to part-time, and I'm looking for an employer because this is not sustainable. Now, if you're in your market, and again, it's hot, it's heavy, it's going well for you, congratulations, keep doing what you're doing, make it work, and I hope that you enjoy what you're doing for gig work. But these are my reasons why I'm saying the food industry is a bad option, or gig work is a bad option for going full-time.